Hey everyone, Charles here. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been anywhere on the internet lately, you've probably seen it. The keto diet. It's massive. Celebrities swear by it, your coworkers are trying it, and let's be honest, your neighbor has probably told you way too many times about how much weight they've lost. And look, I get it. Keto can be a total game changer. But here's the big question. Are we missing something? Are there hidden risks that aren't making it into those flashy before and after pictures? Today, we're digging deep into what experts are warning us about when it comes to keto. Because here's the deal. Yes, it can work, but if you jump in without a plan, you could be setting yourself up for some serious health issues. We're talking nutrient deficiencies, long-term effects on your heart, your gut, your hormones. The kind of stuff that doesn't always get mentioned in those keto success stories. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not here to scare you off keto. My goal is to give you the full picture. The good, the bad, and what you need to watch out for. By the end of this video, you'll have all the info you need to decide if keto is right for you. And more importantly, how to do it safely if you're already on board. But real quick, before we dive in. Just a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, and this video isn't medical advice. If you're thinking about making major changes to your diet, always check with a healthcare professional first. Now, let's get into it. Let's be real. Keto is huge right now. You've seen it all over Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. People showing off crazy weight loss transformations, saying they have more energy than ever, swearing that keto is the ultimate way to burn fat. And hey, I get why people are hyped. When you hear stories like, I lost 50 pounds in 3 months, or I finally got off my blood sugar meds, of course, it sounds amazing. Nobody wants to struggle with stubborn weight or low energy. And the science behind keto? It's real. Switching your body from burning carbs to burning fat? That's a powerful shift. But here's where we need to pause for a second. Anytime something blows up this fast, it's worth asking. Are we seeing the full picture? Because let's be honest, most people jump into keto for quick weight loss, not necessarily for long-term health. And that's where some problems start to show up. Experts are starting to raise concerns about keto. Things like nutrient deficiencies, gut health, and even potential heart risks. And while some people thrive on this diet, for others, it might not be as sustainable or as healthy as they expected. So before you go all in on keto, or if you're already doing it, let's break it down. What are the risks? What should you be aware of? And most importantly, how can you do keto safely if it's the right fit for you? Let's get into it. So, here's something most people don't think about when they start keto. You're cutting out a lot of foods. Bread, rice, fruit, even some vegetables. And sure, that helps you drop weight fast, but there's a downside that no one really talks about. Nutrient deficiencies. See, when you cut carbs, you're not just ditching sugar and junk food. You're also cutting out a ton of important vitamins and minerals. Stuff your body needs to function properly. And over time, that can cause some serious issues. For example, magnesium and potassium. These minerals help keep your muscles and nerves working smoothly. But on keto, they can plummet. That's why a lot of people on keto suddenly start dealing with muscle cramps, crazy fatigue, or even heart palpitations. Scary, right? And then there's fiber. Cutting out whole grains and most fruits means your gut isn't getting enough fiber, which can lead to, well, let's just say your digestion slows down. A lot. If you've ever felt bloated or backed up on keto, this is why. Oh, and let's not forget B vitamins. Especially B1 and B9, which are crucial for energy and brain function. Ever feel that keto brain fog? That could be a sign your body is missing something. So, what's the fix? You've got to be intentional about your food choices. Load up on leafy greens, avocado, nuts, and seeds. And if needed, consider adding high-quality supplements. Because keto can work. But only if you do it the right way. Okay, let's talk about keto flu. If you've ever started keto and felt like absolute garbage, headaches, brain fog, nausea, body aches, congratulations. You've met the infamous keto flu. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, flu? I didn't sign up for this. But don't worry, it's not an actual virus. Keto flu happens because your body is going through major changes. You're basically switching from running on carbs, something it's been doing your entire life, to burning fat for fuel. And that transition, it can be rough. Here's what's happening. When you cut carbs, your body starts flushing out a ton of water. And with that water, you're also losing electrolytes. Things like sodium, potassium, and magnesium that keep your muscles, nerves, and energy levels in check. The result? You feel awful. Like you got hit by a truck. Some experts even warn that if you don't manage it properly, keto flu can lead to serious dehydration and put stress on your body. Especially your kidneys and heart. That's why it's so important to take it seriously. So how do you beat it? First, hydrate like crazy. Water is your best friend. Second, electrolytes. Add a pinch of sea salt to your water, eat potassium-rich foods like avocado, and maybe even consider an electrolyte supplement. And finally, ease into keto. Don't just cut carbs overnight. Reduce them gradually over a few days to give your body time to adjust. Because trust me, keto flu doesn't have to take you down. If you do it right, you'll push through way faster and actually feel good while your body adapts. Okay, let's talk about something a lot of keto followers don't think about until it's too late: your gut health. Because if you've been dealing with bloating, constipation, or just feeling off, your gut might not be too happy with your low-carb lifestyle. Here's the deal. When you drastically cut carbs, you're also cutting out a major source of fiber. And fiber? It's crucial for keeping your digestion running smoothly. It feeds the good bacteria in your gut, helps you stay regular, and even plays a role in your immune system. So when fiber intake drops, things can get messy. Or, actually, not messy. If you catch my drift. And it's not just about feeling backed up. Research shows that going super low carb for long periods can actually reduce the diversity of healthy gut bacteria. That's a big deal because your gut microbiome affects everything: your digestion, your mood, your energy levels, even your ability to fight off illness. Now, I'm not saying keto ruins your gut. But if you're not careful, you could be setting yourself up for some unwanted issues down the line. Things like chronic constipation, bloating, and even low-grade inflammation. So, what's the fix? You need to make sure you're still getting plenty of fiber, even on keto. That means loading up on keto-friendly fiber sources like avocados, chia seeds, flax seeds, and leafy greens. And if you're still struggling, consider a high-quality probiotic to keep your gut bacteria happy. Bottom line, keto can work, but your gut needs some love too. Take care of it, and it'll take care of you. Now, this is where things get controversial: cholesterol and heart health on keto. Some people swear that keto improves their heart health, while others see their cholesterol levels shoot through the roof. So what's the deal? Here's what we know. When you switch to keto, your body starts relying on fat for energy. And when you eat more fat, your cholesterol levels can change. For some people, keto actually lowers triglycerides and increases HDL. That's the good cholesterol. Sounds great, right? But here's the flip side. Some people see a big spike in LDL, or the so-called bad cholesterol. And that's where experts start debating. Some researchers believe that high LDL on keto isn't necessarily a bad thing, while others warn that it could increase the risk of heart disease over time. So what's really happening here? It all comes down to the type of fats you're eating. If your version of keto is all butter, bacon, and processed meats, yeah, that could be a problem. But if you're focusing on heart-healthy fats like olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish, that's a whole different story. The bottom line? Don't just assume keto is automatically good or bad for your heart. Pay attention to your body, get your cholesterol levels checked regularly, and if you're seeing big spikes in LDL, talk to your doctor. Keto can be heart-friendly, but only if you're doing it the right way. Let's get into something that doesn't get nearly enough attention. Hormones. Because whether you're a man or a woman, keto can have an impact on your hormonal balance. And for some people, that impact isn't always positive. Let's start with women. Some women on keto report irregular cycles, mood swings, or even changes in thyroid function. Why? Because when carbs drop too low for too long, your body might interpret it as stress. Especially if you're very active or already dealing with hormone imbalances. Your thyroid, which controls metabolism, might slow down. And for some women, that can throw off their cycle, energy levels, and even fertility. Now, for men, most guys on keto actually see stable or even higher testosterone levels. But there's a catch. If you're not eating enough protein, your body might not get the raw materials it needs to keep those testosterone levels optimized. And let's be real, if your goal is strength, muscle, and energy, you need to be getting enough protein. Don't go overboard on fats at the expense of muscle-building nutrients. So, what's the best approach? The key is balance. Keto isn't one size fits all. Some people thrive on a strict version, while others need a bit more flexibility. Especially women. If you're feeling off, low on energy, or noticing changes in your body that don't feel right, it's time to reassess. Adjust your macros, consider carb cycling, and, most importantly, listen to your body. And if things still feel off, talk to a healthcare provider who understands nutrition and hormones. Because at the end of the day, keto should work for you, not throw your body out of whack. Let's be real for a second. Can you actually stay on keto forever? I mean, sure, in the beginning, you're motivated, the weight is dropping, and you're feeling great. But what happens a year from now? 5 years? Here's the thing. Some people do stick with keto long term, and it works for them. But for a lot of people, strict keto starts to feel limiting. It can be tough socially, going out with friends, family gatherings, even just grabbing a quick meal when you're traveling. You're constantly having to check ingredients, avoid certain foods, and let's be honest. It's not always fun to say no to every carb. And then there's the food variety issue. If you're not careful, keto can get really repetitive. Eggs, bacon, cheese, and avocados are great, but if you're eating the same handful of foods over and over, that's a fast track to burnout. And that's where the real risk comes in yo-yo dieting. A lot of people go all in on keto, then burn out, binge on carbs, regain the weight, and start the cycle all over again. And that's way harder on your body than just finding a sustainable approach from the start. So what's the alternative? Well, instead of thinking about keto as an all-or-nothing deal, some experts recommend more flexible approaches. Like cyclical keto, where you have strategic carb days, or a low-carb lifestyle. That doesn't require being in ketosis all the time. That way, you still get the benefits without feeling trapped in a super restrictive diet. Bottom line. If keto works for you, great. But if you're struggling to stick with it long term, there are other ways to stay healthy without feeling like you're missing out on life. Okay, so keto is everywhere. But here's something not enough people talk about: it's not for everyone. I know keto has helped millions of people lose weight and feel better. But if you have certain health conditions, keto could actually do more harm than good. Let's break it down. First, kidney disease. If your kidneys aren't working properly, a high-protein diet can put extra strain on them. Now, keto isn't always high in protein, but if you're loading up on meat and not balancing it with healthy fats, that could be a problem. Next, gallbladder issues. If you've had your gallbladder removed or you struggle to digest fats, keto might not be your best bet. Since keto is all about fat, your body has to work harder to break it down, and for some people, that leads to bloating, pain, and digestive issues. Then there's pregnancy. Look, growing a tiny human is hard work, and you need a full range of nutrients to do it. Some doctors are okay with a modified low-carb diet during pregnancy, but strict keto could mean missing out on key vitamins and minerals that your baby really needs. And finally, anyone with a history of eating disorders. If you've ever struggled with restrictive eating, keto can be a slippery slope. Cutting out entire food groups and tracking every bite might trigger old habits, and that's just not worth it. Your relationship with food matters just as much as the food itself. So, what's the takeaway? If you have any of these conditions or you're just not sure if keto is right for you, talk to your doctor first. Because while keto works for a lot of people, it should always be done in a way that supports your health, not risks it. Alright, let's bring it all together. We've covered a lot today. Nutrient deficiencies, keto flu, gut health, cholesterol, hormones, and even who should avoid keto altogether. The takeaway? Keto can work, but only if you do it the right way. This isn't about scaring you off keto. It's about making sure you go in with your eyes open. Too many people jump into keto without understanding the risks, and that's where problems start. But if you plan ahead, focus on nutrient-dense foods, monitor how you feel, and make smart adjustments along the way, keto can be a safe and effective way to improve your health. So here's what I want you to do. First, listen to your body. If something feels off, don't ignore it. Adjust your macros, tweak your food choices, and if needed, talk to a doctor. Second, don't be afraid to take a flexible approach. Keto isn't all or nothing. There are ways to modify it so it fits your lifestyle. Now, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button. It really helps get this info out to more people. And if you're new here, subscribe for more balanced, science-backed health and nutrition content. And here's my question for you. Have you experienced any challenges with keto? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. I read every single one. Also, if you're looking for a balanced keto meal plan that helps you avoid these common pitfalls, check out the resources linked below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.